Okay, let's bring the feet to the wall. So we've got both feet on the wall, maybe a little wider, somewhere around, well, maybe just hip distance is actually perfect. So walk the feet in or down as close to the buttocks as you can go without lifting any points of your foot off the wall. Okay, so keep that tripod of support into the wall. Keep the tailbone heavy, always down, away from the feet and away from the head. Feel that length. Okay, so now let's simply turn the knees out. So I'm rolling onto the outer edges of my feet. And what I might even do is use my heels more as pivot points here. So the toes might want to stay off the wall for this as you turn the knees out and as you bring the knees together again or towards each other. They don't have to touch. So just get a sense of the outward rotation you have in each leg with your knees bent. Rotating out, you might even find a bit of tension around these glutes as you find this movement. So you can imagine you're moving through a bit of resistance. Pressing into that resistance, pressing out against that resistance, pushing in against some resistance, pushing out against some resistance, all imagined. For now. Good. All right, last one. With the soles of the feet together, they can slide down the wall just to wherever they want to go. Don't pull or force them any further. And again, as the knees are moving away from each other, we're stretching into these inner thighs, deep upper inner thigh groin muscles, okay? And if those muscles are tight, again, they're gonna pull on the whole pelvis and they're gonna shift and shift into the position of your back, okay? So try to keep your tailbone moving heavily away from your feet. That's it. Sitting bones are moving more towards the block or the wall. Okay. And feel your feet. Feel your feet making a connection with one another. The soles of your feet, finding those 3 points of connection through the soles of your feet. Mound of the big toe pressing together. Mounds of the baby toes pressing together. The heels pressing together. Okay? And as you feel that support and sort of strength, really, engagement into the legs, feel the knees moving away from one another and towards the wall. Try not to push too much. So sometimes we end up going, I want my legs to go further. Just set that aside and just see if you can find the internal strength to get that movement, to get that action, okay? Internal strength, where does it start? It starts with the breath. So feel your breath. If you notice things are way too intense, bring your feet further up. Back it up a little bit. If you notice your tailbone wanting to lift away from the floor, bring your feet higher. Keep the feet gently pressing together though, feeling your knees moving away from each other and towards the wall. Really nice. All right, slow motion. Take your time. Bring your knees in towards each other. As that happens, the feet can come to the wall. Okay. Then bring your feet, so walk your feet out a little wider apart. So basically you're hanging out in squat at the wall, okay? So what matters is you feel, again, that tripod under each foot connecting with the wall. Big toe mound, baby toe mound, center of each heel. Your knees are bent as much as you need to let that happen. So some people may be more here, okay? Because as soon as you bring your feet down, if you've got a lot of tension going on in the calves And in the ankles, maybe the heels won't want to come down, or maybe the toes will want to lift, less likely. Okay? So you determine where your feet are, however wide they want to be, however turned out they want to be, and however bent the knees want to be, where you can feel the support of your feet, and where you're still feeling your sitting bones moving towards the wall or that block, and your tailbone is still moving towards the floor. So we're not letting the low back press down into the ground. We should still ideally be able to bring a little bit of your fingers under the back of your waist. Back ribs are heavy, shoulders are relaxed. Let's now fire up the legs a little. Push your feet into the wall without lifting the bum, without lifting the ribs. You'll notice a bit of trajectory coming back, of course, through your spine. That's fine. But the idea is to feel like you're in squat, pressing the feet into the wall, keeping the whole back long, low back long, chest wide. We might even take the arms out. Feel a couple breaths there. We're working the legs here. Yes, you'll feel it. Really nice. Excellent. We can even pretend we're in a full squat. Maybe the hands can come together. Maybe the elbows rest on the thighs, depending on how much your knees are bent. So you could just be here, and this is all good too. Push into the wall. All right. And then release. Okay, let's stretch up the legs again.